That was better. It's just the first time anyway. Hello everybody.
Hi,
My name is Julie
and I'm Hope.
and this is Whacky Booze. Okay. So I really want to get into the booze or lose because I really want to get this over with because I really feel like it's going to be so gross.
I'm excited for mine.
Yeah, yours
So,
is jello.
Julie could not find the jello shots that I had picked up. I bought two of them, so you should have just grabbed one of mine, but whatever.
It's
It's a
fine.
long drive for a jello shot. Um, so I have Slurp, that's SLRRRP. Watermelon Wiggler, vodka with artificial flavor, alcohol 13% by volume. And it's a little jello shot.
It's so cute. It's so summer.
I'm so excited. Yeah, I know, right? I don't
I
think I'll be able to
have,
take it all in one go. It's like really big. Like
yeah, probably not. And like it's jello. Anyway, I
some of it
have
smells like alcohol. It doesn't smell like anything else.
watermelon. Okay, see, that's the
Yeah.
worst part is smelling things. This is Twisted Shots. It's called Porn Star. It is like two different shots in one, but it's pretty.
Do you drink it together?
I think you drink it together. Yeah. It's a raspberry vodka and then a blue liquor. I don't know. Let's see. It's just like one of those like cheap ones, like that makes me feel uneasy. Okay, but look, that's how it looks on the inside. There's like that divider, so I don't know if I'm supposed to what
Ew.
what
Ew.
is that so gross?
Oh my god. This is how small of a little like sip slash bite I took because it's a jello shot. And for those of you just listening, not on video, it's like the size of a dime and
Yeah,
like
that's
almost the depth
tiny.
of a dime. Like it's a tiny little amount. That tasted so bad. That tasted like nail polish remover. It burned the fuck out of my
Oh,
mouth and my throat. That is so gross. How can you make such a bad jello shot? Like I've had jello shots before that are absolutely scrumptious, delicious. This
uh,
is like cleaning fluid. Like
should I try the blue side, the pink side, or should I
ugh.
go for in the middle?
Go for in the middle.
Because there's that
Try
weird
them
thing
both.
here that makes it awkward. I should not smell it, but I want to. Okay, bottoms up. God. That's disgusting. That is so gross. I'm trying to wash it down with the LaCroix, and the LaCroix is not doing shit for me, girl. That's awful.
Same with
That's as
this
bad as.
liquor.
And it was sour too. I accidentally, it looks like, drank more blue than pink, which is cool. But no, that was disgusting. It was exactly what I thought it was going to be like. I knew it was going to be some nasty ass, gross shit. That was a lose. And I just can't,
Yeah, both of these were
I
loses.
can't envision there being like a good, like, I mean, I hate liquor already. So like, finding like a good one that's like individually packaged, like that's disgusting. But there's some really pretty ones like at the liquor store. I always see like there's this one like it's called Buttery Nipple and it looks like it would be good. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't even know what that is. I know that that's like
I don't
a
either.
real thing, but anyway, glad we got that out of the way. What are you into?
Um, I'm into obviously New York. I'm going to New York this weekend.
Yes.
Um, and my mouth just squeaked. Oh yeah, and I've been reading. So I just finished today reading The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. It was really, really good. I really loved that book. And like the week before, I read Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas because I had tried reading it once and then I was like, oh, and I like put it down. But I finished that one too, and that one was also good.
Yeah.
And now I'm starting on one. I'm not really into it yet. I'm only like a chapter in, but it's called The Confederate. of Dunces or Confederacy of Dunces or something like that. And it was
Uh-huh.
written by this guy who killed himself in 1969, and it didn't get published until 1980 because his mother had found it and like given it to some guy, and the guy was like, "Oh, I don't want to read this. I don't want to read this." And he finally read it and like loved it and decided to publish it. And apparently
Wow.
it's like a funny book. It's about this guy who's kind of like a a dunce, I guess. He's like this big dude with like a mustache, and he's lazy, and he still lives with his mom even though he's 30 and has a master's degree, and he's just like irritable, argues with everybody. So that's where I'm at right now.
Okay, cool. That reminds me. So, like last week, I think it was. Yeah, I bought a book. It's called The Way of Integrity, and was super into it, loved it so much. And then Millie completely tore it to pieces 2 days ago, and I just got the new copy in today, so I can
Oh
pick
my
back up on
god.
that. But I was so pissed because, like, you know, I like to have my books that I like write shit in, and now I'm gonna have to go, and I will be like tracing or copying everything that I wrote in the first one and this one,
Redoing
so
it.
it feels like it's myself. Yeah, my same book.
I never write in my books ever.
See, I know that like that you're either one or the other, but I love writing my books. I don't know. And then also since the last time we published, I'm 23 now, so I'm like really, really grown. Almost gonna retire. And then I got a new car, which I don't know if I should say that publicly anymore, but I do have a new car. And I was really excited about that. And I'm going to the beach in a week and a half. So I'm super excited. So I guess just a lot's been going on. And I have like one more week of my job left, which is awesome. So
Ooh. These are going to come out later, though, I guess, this episode and the one we recorded earlier because we haven't edited them. So I guess all this stuff will have already happened by the time it comes out.
oh yeah. I was thinking that
Let's
too.
see.
Anyways.
Oh, well.
Oh well. We're so funny. All right. So for today, we're gonna just talk about like just random, really weird shit that happens at concerts because some of these stories that I found are really funny. My all-time personal favorite was blacking out at Portugal the Man. You guys know that story. But there's other really good ones. So we will just go back and forth, I guess. I'm pulling it up.
Yeah, I could not find like online any fucking good stories. I have a few of like my own personal stories that they're not like hilarious though. And I'm pretty sure I've shared like one or two on here already. So,
Yeah, just like I don't know. I have some good ones that we can talk about too, but you can kick it off.
okay, well, the first one that I thought of, which is the one that I think I shared on here, maybe when Nick was on,
Uh-huh.
was because we were talking about festivals and shows and stuff like that. Uh, is when Coffin came into town from Australia, and some band was playing, and I was trying to do my dance like this,
Uh-huh.
and they thought I was pointing up like I want to crowd surf, and the drummer of Coffin like picked me up,
Oh
and
my
I crowd
God.
surfed totally by accident at this
Hmm.
show. It was really fun, and I was wasted.
That sounds fun. I feel like I would love to do that. But also like, I don't know, people touching you. I guess that's just a thing that
Yeah.
happens in life. But because like that's my biggest internal conflict right now, like wanting a massage, but like I don't want anybody to touch me. But anyway.
The crowd surfing has also like in the Murphys, I'm big in the Murphysboro scene. Like we go to shows all the time. Like local house shows.
Yeah. You're
Oh my
froze. You
god,
were
you're like
frozen.
speeding up and looking really weird. Okay, you're fine now. That
Okay.
was weird. It was like
That
like that. It was really
was
weird.
an awesome reenactment.
That's what you did.
That looked like so legit. Okay, but continue.
Anyway, so my husband and I are in the Murphysboro scene, and there was a show the other night, and it was really great. We had to kick a couple people out. That's like another weird thing that keeps happening now that newer people are joining, which is great that there's more people, not great that there's people that are like shitty. But anyway, there were so many people crowd surfing. Like every 5 seconds, I'd look over because I don't get in the pit anymore. I don't want to get hurt. So I
Hmm.
stay to the sides. And every time I'd look over, it wasn't even a pit. It was like a group of people trying to hold one person up because random people wanted to take turns crowd surfing.
That's
And
so
like Joey,
weird.
the kid that puts on so many of the shows, he was like, also enough with the crowd surfing on his like Instagram story the other day. He was like sick of it. I'm like, you know what? That's true. Like, I'm kind of tired of everybody crowd surfing every 5 minutes. Like, once per set is enough, in my
Yeah.
opinion, unless
Yeah.
it's like some giant show. But these aren't giant shows. These are like 50 people, you know. So
Yeah.
like the whole crowd is the ones trying to lift up one dude whenever somebody crowd surfs, and then no one's moshing.
Yeah. I can see how that could be awkward.
Yeah.
Um, I do have this story that I like just thought of, and it's not like a funny story or anything. It's just like a really weird thing, and I'm just like having a flashback. But when I think it was at Modest Mouse, when I was at the
Oh yeah.
festival, it was my first time seeing them. It was so cool. But like we were kind of close to the stage already. We had been there for like a couple hours waiting for like the strokes at the end of the day. And there was this guy, like you're not allowed to bring backpacks in or anything like that, but there was this guy that somehow was like in the middle of the crowd, like kept pushing going towards the center, and he had like this giant black backpack
Black backpack.
on him. And so everybody was like freaking out, like, why the fuck does this guy have this like huge bag? You're not supposed to have any bags here. And like everybody was like trying to get the attendants to like come look and see what was happening. And then whenever they were like on their way, he like darted out of the field. So that was super fucking weird. And I just
That
remembered
is
that.
scary.
So insane, so insanely scary. Like, but the fact that they even got in there, I don't know. That whole thing was crazy. But
You
everybody,
could sneak
yeah,
so much shit.
everyone was
Like
just kind of like
whenever
looking at each other.
my friend and I went to Lollapalooza, we were like minors back then. We were both like 16, I want to say, 15 or 16. We went to Lollapalooza together, and like we snuck in so much weed. Like the first day we rolled up a ton of joints and stuck them inside a card pack, like playing cards,
Uh-huh.
because we thought maybe they would like search us. And I also hid some cigarettes because I smoked back then.
Mm-hmm.
And then like nobody, like they barely checked our bags, no one cared. So the next day we each brought like our own little pipes and just like a bag of weed,
Yeah.
you
Yeah, I
know.
guess I just feel like with a huge bag, I don't know. I that was crazy, but that made me think, what the fuck was I gonna say? I was thinking about something when we were talking about security. Oh yeah. So security like sometimes is pretty lax, but I remember the second time I went to Music Midtown, they made us throw our jewels away.
Oh my god,
Like you were not allowed to bring any vapes into the park. Isn't that insane?
I'd be so pissed if I still like smoked or vaped or anything. I'd be so mad if I couldn't have my nicotine for a full day.
I
Like
was
you do not want
so
a crowd full of people like fiending for nicotine.
Yeah. And it's like a fucking jewel. Well, I kept mine because I hid mine in my shoe anyway, just in case that they would like try to check anything. But whoever I was with like had to throw theirs away, which actually was one of my jewels. But yeah, and I was like,
I'd be
damn,
so
that's so fucking
pissed.
nuts. Um, okay, I want to read the story. I know I just talked, but I was looking up like some stories about shit that's happened and stuff. And apparently, there's this band that plays shows and they do piercings on stage, like while they're playing the show. Like you can get anything from your ears pierced to your nipples pierced by them on stage.
Who?
I am. I don't know if I have their name. It's not. I don't have it on here. I just took a screenshot.
Is it like a famous band or is it like
It's a famous band. Oh, I don't know. I feel like we would know the name. But yeah, so anyway,
yeah,
yeah.
oh well.
Yeah, so that's fucking nuts. I would be so
I saw
scared.
Guar once. If you see like Guar, they do like weird shit. Like they spray you with like fake blood and fake alien blood, so you leave like drenched in red and blue dye. Like whenever you go to a Guar show, you want to either wear white so that you can get it colored and be like, "This is my Guar shirt," or like, I guess if you're boring, wear all black so nothing gets stained.
Mm-hmm.
But But you end up leaving looking kind of like how this shirt looks.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. I mean, definitely a lot cooler than getting your nipples pierced on stage, but also that
Yeah, my
doesn't seem
God.
sanitary. Like there's not enough
I don't think
time to clean up from one nipple to the other. You know what I mean?
I mean,
And
during
is
a
it
set, surely
free?
there is.
I guess,
I
yeah,
can
that's true.
imagine. I
I wonder
mean,
how many people
how
get
long does it take to
pierced.
get your nipples pierced? Like,
I don't know, but like, what if there's a lot of people that are in line? I don't know. I don't know how this works. And it just kind of is blowing my mind that this is a thing. I also feel like, I don't know, it just feels illegal.
it does. It feels definitely unsanitary.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, I thought my gore story was one.
Oh, okay.
Let me
That's
see
good.
another.
Yes. Okay. So this one's kind of funny. So I'll just read the whole thing. Is it this one? Okay, so yeah, this girl basically went to her first concert and like she has a really strict mom, but her mom ended up letting her go with her friend. And she said that the craziest thing happened that night and she ended up getting on somebody's shoulders who she doesn't know. So I'm just reading that because I think it's hilarious. Like the question was like, what's the craziest thing that's ever happened at a show that you've been at? And she's like, I got on a stranger's shoulders. I was like, damn girl, go off, go be wild. So I really
That's
like
the
that one.
craziest shit I've seen. I mean, my parents were so strict too. That would have been the craziest I've done whenever. Well, I guess once I got into high school, they did not know a lot of things that went on.
Yeah. Okay.
um, I the other night I was at a house show and there had been so much like beer and water and shit spilled all over the floor that everyone was wiping out. Like every time someone was trying to
I
like
love that.
do anything, you just like see people like sliding around on the floor and like falling. I really wanted to add, you know, that like cartoon sound effect that's like
I know it.
you know, like
Yeah.
when they're like running around and it sounds like all funny and then the whoop at the end. I wanted to do that.
Do you have any videos?
Oh, I don't have any videos of it now.
Oh man. Well, hopefully
People
next time
falling is so funny.
it's the best thing ever. That's like one of my favorite things about my sister is when she was younger, she would like anytime we went anywhere, she was just like face planting because she'd never picked her feet up and like it went on for years. It was amazing.
You just like didn't I you just like cut out for a second. And I heard anytime we go anywhere, she would face plant because amazing.
Well, she would face plant because she never understood that she had to pick her feet up, and she stretched that out for years, and it was like the highlight of my day every single day. And then I'm sad that she finally got a hang of it. But okay, this one's funny.
Okay.
Okay, so this girl went to go see the Grateful Dead. It says some people were clearly Deadhead followers and were panhandling. I had given them the only useful thing I had in my van, which was a loaf of bread. At the time, I had very long brown hair and a fairly long beard. Sometime later, I woke up in my van to a semicircle of deadheads all sitting Indian style behind my van. Through the conversations that followed shortly thereafter, I came to the realization that many of these people, on who knows how much LSD, thought that I was Jesus. And I tried to convince them that I wasn't, but they were convinced that I was just laying low. So I love that one the most.
I like that one too. They must have been on a lot more than just acid though.
You
Like
think so?
maybe or maybe they were just on a lot of acid. My God.
But
That's
like
crazy.
imagine like having to explain to someone like how can I convince you that I am not Jesus? Like I really just came to have a good time. I have to go to work. I have a 9 to 5. Like you have to get out from behind my van. You know what I mean? That's just so funny.
They'll never believe you because they think you're laying low. They're like, "Oh, you're not Jesus." Like
Right. Oh, I would pay to
never
see
gonna believe
that.
you. It's an impossible situation.
Wow. Well, now at least maybe he cut his hair after that.
Maybe. I'd be traumatized.
Yeah, me
Also, I
too.
hate people in my personal space. Like, why are you in here? Get
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I thought about this isn't really like a concert or anything, but it has to do
Mm-hmm.
with musicians. whenever Hunter and I were in a band, we went to play with Machine Girl, and I met them with my pants completely unzipped, like all the way down, like my whole tummy was out.
You love unzipping your pants, Hope.
I
Was
know.
that an accident or on purpose?
It was definitely an accident. I was super embarrassed.
Yeah, that's a little bit. That's a rough one too, because you can't come back from that. It's not like you can be like, "Hey, about my pants from earlier." Like you just have to live with the fact that they just saw you with
Well, whenever
unzipped
I woke up, I
pants.
was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Yeah, you know, it gets tight when I drive." Oh,
It does get tight
so
when you drive.
awkward. It does.
Um,
Like whenever I drive, my pants are like way tighter.
as soon as we get in the car from anywhere, you're like, "I need to unzip my pants." Like I can't
I
do this.
know. Maybe I should just buy bigger pants.
I really love it though. It's my favorite thing. It's like, yes, be you. Okay. This one's kind of funny. It's kind of like the other one about getting on the guy's shoulders, but this girl went to her first concert. It was Lady Gaga, and the craziest thing that happened was that she like smelled some pot, so she was just amazed that somebody snuck in pot to the concert. Yeah.
That's funny.
Some of these people, their lives, you know?
Um, let's see. Some of these, like, I found like one thread from 12 years ago. So, would you like to hear like a really old story?
Yes, but before I forget, I also read another one. I didn't screenshot it, but I read another story of again at the Grateful Dead. 3 fans got struck by lightning.
How
Yeah.
the fuck?
So like apparently, well, this is on them kind of, but like there was like a storm coming through, so they hid like they got under a tree, like around a tree
Oh.
to try to fucking like avoid it, and then they all got struck by lightning, and one of them ended up in a coma.
Yeah, I mean, you're by a conductor, like a
Yeah.
tall, big thing. Yeah. Well, that sucks for them.
Mhm.
But it's just another reason to avoid Grateful Dead shows.
Yeah.
This one, I think really you and I can both relate to, and it's in our hearts. This is when I was a teenager, I went to see Iggy Pop in concert. Not because I was cool enough to be a fan of his music, I wasn't, but because I heard that he got his dick out on stage, and as a young girl, this was going to be my first time ever seeing a real live penis. He didn't
Wow.
disappoint.
Wow, lucky girl. Damn.
That's hilarious.
God, you know, I think about that so often. Like, I don't know. I can't stop thinking about like
About
envisioning a
weenies?
penis. Yeah, like just want to see one on screen, but yet to
Yeah.
happen to
Oh
me.
my God. Hunter and I started watching this one show the other day, and it just straight up had vaginas, like a ton of vaginas on screen. It was like Pleasure or whatever on Netflix. I turned it off like halfway through because it was so fucking boring. It was like women can't come as much as men, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, because like men literally don't know what they're doing half the time. And then the other half of women are like too ashamed to masturbate for some unknown reason. Like,
Right.
why are girls so weird about masturbating? Just do it. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
just
know.
enjoy yourself and stop
That
complaining.
stuff just annoys me. I'm like,
Yeah. I was actually watching, what was it? I was just talking about it, Emily in Paris. And like I stopped watching the second season because it sucked. But there was like a like 5 minute scene of just like 3 naked girls, like tits out, everything. And I was like, damn, no representation. Well, I
yeah,
guess
there's a
for
lot
them.
of women with their boobies, everything, literally
Yeah.
everything. Not enough men.
Um,
Hunter and I went to Live on the Green, and he had like a joint tucked behind his ear, and it fell down, and he didn't realize that he like saw something fall, but he looked and he didn't see anything, and then he made eye contact with some other guy, and uh, the guy like looked down, and Hunter walked away, and then Hunter realized that it was like a joint, and he turned back, and the guy had taken it.
oh my God.
He didn't have any weed to smoke at that show, which sucked, but I guess it wasn't too bad.
People are sneaky. Dude, no, I will say the last 2 shows I met some really nice people because I am fucking 5'3", and unless I'm very up there, I can't see. For the last 2 shows, Like literally, I was not talking to these people at all, but they're like, "Can you see? Do you want to get in front of me?" And just like let me get in front of them. And like that's so sweet. But also yesterday, two people like, they're like, "Oh, excuse me." And I was like, "Yeah, letting them go." Two different times just stopped in front of me. And like that was it. And so I told the first girl, I was like, "You can't stand in front of me." Like I was letting you pass. And then the other one was like this big ass like 6'4" guy. And he just stopped
If
right
you're
in front of me.
6'4",
Right, like
you
stand in the
should
fucking
not.
back.
Yeah, you need to stand against the wall.
Yeah, I was like,
You're not allowed
can
to
I
have
get back in
fun
front of
at
you?
shows.
Oh, it was so crazy. And it was weird too, because like they came in the middle of the show, and there's three random guys, and then because like nobody just let them stand in front of them, they were all like separated and it was awkward. And then this girl behind me kept grabbing my butt. And at first I was like, this has to be an accident. Like, whatever, it's cool. I didn't say anything, turn around, whatever.
Grabbing,
Yes,
like,
the second like grabbed my ass cheek. The second I was like, what the fuck? It was so weird. Oh god. Luckily that was just like at
I
the end
would
of the
have
show, but
punched her.
yeah.
Like if she did it a one time, I'd be like,
Weird.
okay, and
Yeah.
then like laugh it off if it was an accident. I almost said joke, not a joke. Don't grab people's butts. That's not a joke.
Mhm.
If it was an accident, I'd laugh it off. And then if it happened a second time, bitch,
Yeah.
you're gonna
Super
lose your
weird.
hand.
So that's my story.
Oh, I have another story. One time I was at a fiddler show and like I was moshing and stuff, and this was right after they were like I was like broken out in hives for 5 days, and then I had to get like an EpiPen or whatever, but it ended up not being that serious. But I didn't know it at the time. So I went to the
Right.
show and I brought my EpiPen with me just in case, because you're supposed to bring it everywhere, and it fell out of my pocket into beer while I was moshing. I had to
Oh,
like
that
pick it up in the middle of the show,
sucks.
like, oh, whoops, my EpiPen, like a dork.
Yeah, that's so funny though.
Yeah.
All right, last call.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Thank you. I'll go first. This is my quote. I've already sent it to Hope, but it's funny and I want to talk about it. It says, just grateful that I've never been drunk enough to go live on Insta, which is probably, I've done a lot of embarrassing things in my life. Yikes, hate thinking about it. But nothing as bad as that. And as public and for such a long period of time. And the fact that,
God,
but no, the fact that like we would do it and then like stop it and then do it again later on, like for what? Like
we did it so many times.
we were trying to be iCarly.
We were. It's so funny how often she like opens the door.
Oh, both of you.
How does she do that?
They are both really talented dogs. Oh, Millie. Okay. Go ahead with yours.
Mine is a quote from my shirt. It says, "Ouch, that really hurts." I'm wearing a Hellraiser shirt made by Sarah Squirm, who, by the way, I was so excited to go see her stand-up comedy at Zany's in May, and I just got an email today that the show is canceled due to scheduling conflicts. And whoever is playing at Zany's on May 20th, I am gonna punch you in the nutsack and boycott you, and you suck. Unless it was scheduling conflicts on her end, in which case I'm mad. Although she wasn't headlining the tour. So technically it was like somebody else's comedy tickets that I bought and she's opening for them.
Uh-huh.
So it was probably that person that canceled, or Zany's fucked up.
Well, we should write an email and find out.
Yeah, I'm pissed.
Like what kind of scheduling
It was
conflict?
$60 refund now, and I'd rather see her.
Right. You know what? That's fine because sometimes you buy tickets to stuff and it all goes away. Remember when COVID was first here? And like
Yeah, and people
everybody
didn't get their money.
see, that's so last night, and this is the last thing I'll talk about and we can end it, but last night when I saw Peach Pit, this was the third time that I have bought tickets to see them in like the last 2.5 years. And both two times got canceled because COVID. And then the shows up until the day before that they had for this tour got canceled because COVID. And this was their first time in Nashville. It only took 3 years.
Do you want to know something else that I just thought about?
Yeah.
is I saw a post this morning of this girl who did the same thing that I did. When I was in high school, I got a job specifically to save money so I could go to England and Scotland. This
Mhm.
girl saved money and paid this tour group, I guess, to like go out of the country with them, and they filed for bankruptcy, and she did not get any of her money back. It's just gone. And she saved $7,000 to go on this trip, and it's gone.
No.
And so
Oh
her
my
mom was posting in
God.
like a girls love travel group that I'm in, and being like, is there anything like affordable that I can do like quickly and put together to make up for this loss of my daughters, like she's really
Yeah.
disappointed. I want to give her something. I was just like so sad. Like I would kill myself.
Dude, I'd be so fucking pissed. And like to not even be able to like
Like you give all this
contact
money
anybody to
and they
give
go
your money.
bankrupt. They
That's
should
now I
like
have like a new
what did you do with
fear.
that money? Like you went bankrupt, you can't still take that money to like use as an asset, because they like I guess gather all your assets and like sell everything so you can pay as much as you can. But like that's not you
Well,
didn't
that's
even get
like
service for that. You just took money.
that's
Or it's
like
probably
when
like a
we
contract
when
or
we
something.
when we booked the fucking Airbnb for Pensacola. That's
Yeah, and we
exactly like
canceled.
that. We canceled within enough time. And that was like what, 400 something total?
Yeah, it was like 200 for each of us that we
Yeah,
never saw.
that's awesome. Anyway, sorry to end on a bad note, guys.
I
But
know. Whoops.
whenever this episode comes out, you guys just know that we have been, doing our thing, but like it's
we
fine.
we will be new women when this
We will
episode comes out.
be we will be new
I will have been
women.
to New York, and you will have gone to the beach, and you will have moved. Probably, right? 2 weeks?
No, in May.
Oh, I thought it was in 2 weeks. Okay, well,
No.
you will have started a new job, and I will have started a
Yeah.
new job,
Yep.
and we're going to be different.
We're gonna be different. We're gonna be better. And sorry
We
that
are
we've
going to be
left you
better.
guys, but shit just happens. If you guys only knew the fucking shit that's happening in my day-to-day life, sweeties. Anyway, I love you, Hope. I love you guys. We're out. Say bye.
Love you. Bye.